I'm John Boorman, and I'm a film director, and I, like so many other people who make films, was deeply affected by Rashomon. I think it was the first Kurosawa film that I saw, and what it opened up was this idea that you were looking at this film in different ways through the eyes of different characters, because you were seeing the same events recorded in different ways. So this raised this whole question of, you know, does the camera, can a camera be subjective? Because for the most part you feel that a camera and what it records is neutral, and it records actually what is there in front of it. But here we're saying that it's not. It's actually recording what characters have remembered or wish to present as memory, or are they lying, or what? So this raised issues about what film can be, what the dimensions of film are, how far it can be twisted and turned and stretched out. So I think it had a profound effect on the grammar of film, and of course it certainly led me and many others to all the films of Kurosawa, and how he conducted himself when he came over to England with the film Ran, and we, that is to say with British directors, gave him a dinner. There were 10 of us or so there, and I was given the job of making the speech, to express our enormous admiration for his work and so forth. So I'm giving this speech, and Kurosawa was very, very inscrutable, and so at one point David Lean was sitting next to me, and I said to David Lean said, beforehand had asked me, he said, there's this, told that Kurosawa only did one setup a day. So I said to Kurosawa, is it true that you only do one setup per day? And so this was translated to Kurosawa, and Kurosawa thought about it, and he came back and he said, how many setups a day does David Lean do? So David Lean said, no, I asked you first. So I went back to the translator again, and Kurosawa then said, as many as necessary, was his answer. So I tried to squeeze everything I could out of Kurosawa on that occasion, but it was very hard to, but he did acknowledge that he does spend a great deal of time in preparation and rehearsal, and before he shoots, and which you can tell from these extraordinary compositions. When I made a film, Hell in the Pacific, with Toshiro Mifune, and this was about two men, Lee Marvin and Toshiro Mifune, Japanese and American, who are Second World War, are marooned on this small island, and sort of play out the war in miniature between the two of them. And it was an extremely difficult script because there was no dialogue. And I was in Tokyo, so I thought I was having great difficulties finding an ending, and so I went to Kurosawa and asked him did he have any ideas about it? I told him the story, and he thought about it very carefully, and then he said, they meet a girl. And there were times when I wish I'd taken his advice, and I don't know whether he meant it ironically or mischievously, but he, and at least I had the chance to meet him. And Rashomon remains a film that I think other directors have tried to use this technique, and it's never quite worked. I think he tempted a lot of people down this blind alley, and it remains today an astonishing film, and very important in the history of film.